Not even gonna lie to you, I just pulled off to the side of the road because the scenery is just so fucking good that I had to bring you guys in on it. I could not let you guys see this. We're about to go down some windy forest road that I've clearly, obviously never been down. But, yeah, it's 50, 55 mile per hour road. We got 39 miles, and for the next 2 miles, it's gonna be just windy. We're on traffic, so we're gonna kick off. I just have to take you guys along for this nice windy forest road. Mile per hour indicator means they're going to be tight turns. No chevrons, just standard arrows, so it's just, see, there's your chevron, so that's going to be a tighter turn. Oh yeah, that's a tighter turn. Oh yes. Love being able to get the lean in. I just couldn't help myself. I had to stop. I was like, yeah, I gotta record this. If it's windy for the next 2 miles, I've gotta record that. I may keep you guys on just because. Also, one thing I've noticed, for some reason, okay, we got chevrons ahead, so it's going to be a slowdown. 45 and 50. One thing I have noticed, my GPS says I'm going 3 miles per hour slower than my speedometer says I'm going. So that's interesting. I'm going to have to figure that out. See which is which. Maybe I'll enlist a police officer in town when I get there. Have him record my speed while I have my GPS up. Because if my speedometer is 3 miles per hour faster than what I'm going, then that needs to be fixed. We are 190-ish miles from destination. And I know I said I'd start recording at 100, but I may just keep you guys going for a bit here. Pay attention to your chevrons. Chevrons mean sharp turn. Not every time will it be a sharp turn, but ever cautious is a safer statement. Like we're in Mecca, M-E-C-C-A. I don't know how to pronounce it. We're in Indiana, so we're in our state goal. We've reached the state goal. Now we just got to reach the destination goal. We're going to use these lovely back roads to get there. We're on State Road 41, or maybe it's International Road 41. I don't know. We're on a road number 41. And we've been on it for about 80 miles now, honestly. Ever since I took off from the inn. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep looking at it and enjoy the view. Hopefully you guys are getting plenty of that view. I know it's not wide angle or anything, so you're not catching everything, but the view is wonderful. I'm gonna figure something out for the trip back, because maybe I'll see a doctor and get like an injection and numb my leg, or not numb my leg, but block the pain, do like a nerve block or something for the trip back. That way, still functional but not in pain. Maybe I can consult a chiropractor. Not necessarily get a chiropraction done, get the old cracky cracks, but consult them, see what I can do to relieve the pain, because they are professional about that kind of stuff. We are going slow. Let's pick up our paces. 55 through here, man. Come on. We still have yet to clean the bugs off our windscreen. I'm considering it a trophy until we arrive, and then I'm going to take a picture of it and post it on the Twitter, or X, as you younger folks call it. Rockville Farm Market. Also, the front of the bike is covered in bugs. I have souls of thousands of bugs trapped within the helmet and the motorcycle, keeping it going. Yep, we're in the final stretch. I don't know how long I'll record, primarily because I do want to listen to some music at some point. But I will definitely have the last, like the arrival recorded. Because we had our departure recorded, might as well have the arrival recorded. So at minimum, have the arrival recorded. But I can now say, as much as I hated this trip halfway through, I can now say I've made a 1,000-mile journey on a motorcycle by myself, as painful as it was. The motivation was so gone yesterday. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I stopped at that motel and that I got 9 hours of sleep. That was so worth it. That kept that refresher. So I feel like that's just something I need to do on the way back up if I had the money. It's just find some cheap hotel or motel and just stop when my motivation's gone. Lay down, rest, recover, go again. And honestly, that day's in, it was $112, $121 after taxes and fees and all the other stuff. So not too bad, but still, it was $121 for a single for 9 hours. Almost 10 hours actually. I got in there at like 11:30 and didn't leave until almost 10. So 12 hours. Math. Too tired for that. Still not even awake right now. That's the funny thing. I'm still not even awake right now. I don't know if you could tell it in my voice, but I'm still not awake right now. But it is time o'clock because when I installed the USB charger and unplugged my battery, it reset my timer. So I think it was 3 hours behind and 3 hours and 10 minutes behind, so it's like 11 something right now, maybe. I don't know. Let me look. Let's do a quick swipe down. 10:51, so almost 11 o'clock. So if it's 10:51 there and it's 7:35 there, it's 3 hours, 15-minute difference, give or take. So I just gotta remember 3:15 added to whatever time it says, and we're good. So when that says 7:45, it should be 11 o'clock. Or no, 7:50, it should be 11 o'clock. Maybe it is 45. I'll check when that says 7:45. See what it says. That way I can have a more accurate reading of the time, or maybe even wait till it says 8 o'clock and check. Right now, we are 32 miles from our next turn, and we're good on gas, so we'll probably make about 32 miles before we need to turn. Our average miles per gallon so far, I think it's just for this trip that is recorded, has been 59.7 miles per gallon. So we're almost back up to 60 just going down these back roads. Now the only downside to these back roads is it's a longer trip because the top speed on these roads are slower. But I can ride longer without getting fatigued, so yeah, I would have kept riding through the night. I wasn't really honestly tired. I was still pretty alert when I got to the motel. The only reason I did not continue the trip is because it was 61 degrees out and it felt like, I don't know, 40 degrees with the wind. So I'm literally sitting on the bike shivering, and I wasn't gonna risk getting anything wrong. You know, hands freezing up, can't let go of the throttle when I need to, or my mobility response is getting low because of the cold. So I called it, and it was worth it to do. I didn't want to spend that money, but it was worth it to do. My sister did give me $100 extra through Cash App so that I could make sure I had the means to get there, and I'm going to hold on to that 100 as emergency funds as a means to get back, and then when I get back I'm just going to send it right back to her if I don't use it, because I didn't use it, you know what I mean? I didn't pay attention to that sign back there. I have no idea what the speed limit through this area is. That tells you I'm tired. I'm not even paying attention to how fast I'm going. I'm going 52 according to GPS, which I can't see because I'm recording, but 55 on my speedometer, so I'm probably going slow. If we calculate that 3 mile per hour difference from the GPS and listen to the GPS as my speed. If I go up to 58, oh shit, that thing right there says 50 miles per hour on it. I think it's 55. So if I go up to 58, I'll be going 55. That's what that says. Good lean, solid lean, 10 out of 10. I've never been through an MSF course. I've only just watched videos online on how to ride a motorcycle and learned off just riding with my roommate. But I do recommend any new riders, please go get the education. I didn't, but you should. I'm just an ever cautious driver, as is. So I'm always watching my mirrors. I'm always, even in a car, I'm always watching my mirrors, always. It's just what I was shown to do as a kid, as because my dad put me in a 1 ton or a half-ton GMC Sierra 2500 dually with manual shifter and all the fun bells and whistles of an old truck when I was 13, and put me out in the field and was teaching me how to ride or how to drive. And then at 16, he threw me in his Jeep and put me on the road. That was scary, not gonna lie. Because it was a manual and he hadn't taught me how to drive a manual yet. I still didn't learn how to drive a manual off that. It took me getting a motorcycle to learn the term friction zone so that you can actually get the vehicle moving. Everyone always just said, ease off the clutch, give it some gas and it'll go. And then I'd apply what they would tell me. I would ease off the clutch, give it some gas, and it would stall. They never, ever, and they all say they have, but they never did, because I paid attention to everything they said when they were teaching me, between my roommate and my dad teaching me how to drive a manual vehicle. They've always ever said, just let off the clutch slowly, and give it gas. They've never said, there's this thing called the friction zone. You let out the clutch until you feel it pull on that friction zone. The long wave. I love it. The long wave. Got the triple wave back. Let's go. But they've always ever said that, and they never said anything about ease off the clutch until you feel it grab the gear and stay in that spot for a minute. So not an actual minute, but stay in that spot to start moving, pick up some speed, then let off the clutch and push gas. Never have I been taught that until I got a motorcycle, and then I watched videos online. I'm like, because I was not doing great, and I kept stalling out, even with my roommate trying to teach me how to ride a motorcycle. I kept stalling out, and he was explaining the same way. Just let off the clutch, give it gas, it'll go. Kept stalling out. Next 5 miles, curves, let's go. But if I will, I'll do my best to make a video here soon about that. Just to... Oh, that's sharper than it said. Now shift to 5th. I love these downhill curvy roads. I could ride this all day. I see why them gents are on their bikes out here. This is lovely. I'm in unfamiliar territory. Now, if I lived right here and had access to this road every day, I would be blasting down it 100%. Speeding, breaking the law, everything. Just kidding. Cops, I'm kidding. But I'm not. I'd be treating this road like my freaking racetrack. I got a sprint circuit track. Obviously, I would do my best to be safe. But I'm gonna speed. But I've never been on the road, so I'm not gonna do that. And there's a state park that way. As much as I would love to visit it, I would like to also get home. Now, if Oxbow National Park is still in existence, I may take you guys in there. I don't know if it is. It's over in Elkhart, Indiana, or Goshen, Indiana. I think it's Goshen, Indiana. It's between the two somewhere. Oh, that's a sick-looking road. Oh, it's such a shame that I can't go down that road right now. But, yeah. So, I'm going to do a video on... Did not like that. Why is there a road double laned? I wonder if you guys are catching the lean in the video. I'm not going to look down while doing a lean, because that's dumb, but what if you guys are catching the leans in the video? Getting them proper leans around the turns, that way your bike will do its job. But I'm going to do a video on clutch control, because it's important to know, especially as a new rider. The thing that some people, or at least all the people that have tried to teach me, have failed to teach me about your clutch. I'm going to do my best to teach you. Don't know how I'm going to get a camera angle on this for that, but I will do my best to try and get a camera angle that you can see at minimum me releasing the clutch. Oh, what a beautiful field. Sorry guys, I have ADHD and I'm enjoying the scenery as much as you are, hopefully. But so on the 125, I stalled it out one too many times, and the last time I stalled it out, there was like, before I was like, you know what, I'm gonna learn this because I keep stalling. But before I said, I'm going to learn this because I keep stalling, I stalled it out one time and didn't clutch in time. And I heard a grinding noise. And then when I tried to start it again, my starter was making a blender sound. That's how me and my roommate describe it. It sounded like a blender. And has done that ever since. We took it to a shop. They, put a new starter in it, still did it, so it was something on the internal side of the starter, on the engine side, on probably if there is a flywheel in motorcycles. I don't know. If there is, though, probably something on the flywheel end. Or something mechanical just making a noise at that point. Oh, I see, we're going slow. Oh, I know why. There's a tractor. Very cool. Welcome to Indiana. You definitely know you're in Indiana when there's tractors out on the road running. And it's a no passing zone all through here. Take a moment to stretch since we're going slow. But, so I made a blending noise and has done that ever since. And that was the point where I'm like, okay, before I actually break my brand new bike that I'm trying to learn to ride and break in at the same time, I should look something up and figure this out. And then I looked up how to do it, which would defeat the purpose of my video if I make one, but I want to bring that kind of content. I want to bring all sorts of content. I want to teach people how to ride. I want to do everything I can to make sure you guys are safe on the road if you watch my videos. I would love to say I could sit behind this tractor all day, but the moment this is not a passing zone, I'm going to zoom past Big Boss here. Or the moment this is a passing zone, not a passing zone. Okay. It's important on a motorcycle, honestly, and that's why I want to bring that kind of content forward. And when I get, if I get my ZX6R, we're gonna do the same thing, but on track. Oh, big brother, you got yourself a wobbly wheel there. You might want to look into that. That might break off on you. This is relaxing, though. I ain't gonna lie. Though I think being relaxing is a bad thing, because, I'd stand up. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm standing up. Stretching my back and legs up. While we're going slow, while we're going 26 miles per hour. I can also see through his cab, so I can see if cars are coming. And the moment I'm clear, I'm zipping. Oh, sit down. It's a nice knee crack. Oh, and we're back to no passing zone. I missed my opportunity. That's okay. So yeah, I want to bring that, and then once I get a proper track vehicle like the ZX6R that I am going to get, I'm telling you here now, I am going to get one. It's only a matter of when. But when I get a ZX6R, my roommate, whom I will not be living with at the time, I'm going to tell you that here now, I'm moving out as soon as I can. I'm going to find me a better job than what I have, because the job I have, it pays the bills, and that's it. I need something that's going to be, a better skill. That's why I want to get into mechanic stuff. I do apologize for that. I got clogged up there. But, I want to get in a better field. Hopefully, said better field is more lucrative in terms of income. That way I could bring better content to you as well. And I'm going to get my ZX6R and track it. Get it on the track. Learn how to race. Hopefully. And it'll probably be one of those weekender things. I cannot see past him. Car coming. I can see past him if I dip down and lean over. Is that the last car? Am I passing? Luckily, I have a motorcycle that can accelerate up to great speeds really quickly, because problemo otherwise. I'm back to kicking. Let's go. Let's get moving again. So I want to get it on the track. Honestly, it'd be cool to take a Z. I heard my roommate was telling me that you could take them Z125s and rent out a go-kart track and race or zoop those around on a go-kart track. I don't know about that, but if that's the case, that'd be fun as hell. Could you imagine having that little 125 just zipping and zooping on a go-kart track? That'd be so cool. I'm loving the route that this is taking me, because those foresty, curvy roads are just the best. It does feel good to be moving again, though. We weren't going too fast there. Uh-oh, we're in Amish territory. There's this TV show that I think only lasted 1 or 2 seasons called Amish Mafia. I used to watch it as a younger lad, not a kid, but in my teens or early 20s. I might pick that up again, just watch it again, just because of its uniqueness and how kind of funny it is. But it was a sneak peek into the life of the Amish, honestly. Now their hierarchy is controlled. Check it out if it's still on some streaming platform somewhere. Check it out. It's called Amish Mafia. We're on this road for 19 miles, and we're going to make a right turn somewhere. I'm on this road for 19 miles, or until I see a gas station, so that I can make sure we have the fuel to keep going. I don't know how much distance we have left without cutting the video off, so I think we're just going to keep going and maybe keep recording. It's just the final stretch here. I don't really need music. Bossman's Bike Shop, the Motion Cycle Sports, they also had a Kawasaki Ninja 900. It wasn't the CX model, but it was just a 900, but it was a naked. So it had like hardly anything on it, and it was a very thin and very light and agile looking bike. I thought about that as well, but I think I'm just going to stick with the ZX6R because it's performance built for racing, whereas that 900 is just a showy bike. I'm not in need of a showy bike versus a performing bike. Either way, either one of those bikes are both fast. And either way, I'm going to be scared to ride it, but I'm going to learn. I'm going to adjust, just like I adjusted to this from 125 cc's. Have to take a gas, so we're gonna have to keep our eyes open. We're on back roads, so there ain't gonna be any gas stations nearby, but we're gonna keep an eye on the GPS, see if there's any rural areas I can detour to if I need to get the fuel I need. I do have to say the mirrors on this bike are immaculate. My roommate's 300, his mirrors were terrible. They weren't great. I couldn't get the right angles on them. So they obviously improved the mirrors since then. And I can see there's this locking mount that goes into the mirror now that I had not seen before for the guards that weren't even on his bike. So that's probably why his mirrors were, I think the stems were different size. So they obviously improved on their mirrors from Honda. So I can actually see 100%, 300, almost 180 degrees behind me. So the mirrors are good. Kawasaki, if you're listening, copy that. On the 125, the mirrors are horrid. And that's why a lot of, like if you watch videos of Honda Grands and Z125s, you'll see that they have aftermarket mirrors that are attached to the handlebars themselves. And they're those little round mirrors that are below their hands. Because the mirrors on those bikes are terrible. My right mirror sat higher because it was mounted to the brake system versus mounted to the handlebar. So it was set higher because it had an extra additional piece of frame to connect to. So the right mirror was in good position, but the left mirror on the 125 was not. It urged to not just turn and ramp those. I wouldn't survive the landing. I'm gonna tell you that here now. Would not survive the landing. I should have put my earbuds in, but honestly, the wind ain't too bad at this speed, so I'm not complaining. Can't wait to get within 80 miles and be in familiar territory. So I don't need the GPS anymore, we can go straight to recording. If we do pause the recording, it's just to find a gas station, and then we're going to resume the recording, not after, because we might, if we end up pausing the recording, I'm going to go listen to music until I'm within 100 miles or within the familiar territory. Just for good measure. Because with music on, the GPS will tell me where to go. Whereas, while recording, the GPS doesn't say anything. And I don't have, that's full screen GPS tells me what the speed limit is down roads and all sorts of other information about road closures ahead, railroad tracks up the crossing, and all that other stuff. It's amazing how far GPS has gone and how easily available it is on every mobile device now. Why buy a GPS system when your smartphone can do the same thing, right? And as GPS improves through Google Maps improvement system, more information on each road becomes apparent, like speed trap, stuff like that. A couple times while I was riding, it's like, is this speed trap still here? I couldn't answer because I had gloves on. And my other pair of gloves they do have a sensor pad on the finger so that my phone can be used with them. But I found my riding gloves, which I thought I lost. buried deep in my bag, I guess, in a pocket that I didn't check. And sore throat's cold. Right now I'm in lizard mode with like the heat, but I keep going through these cold forest roads. Nothing, don't get me wrong, I love them, but I'm cold. But I found my riding gloves, which are softer mesh because I have sunburn on the back of my hands, and the other gloves are leather, which are not soft and are considerably painful on my hands, whereas these, I don't even feel them on the back of my hand. I feel them on my palm because they're rubberized, and when they bunch up while wrapped around the handlebar, they're noticeable. It's not bad though, so. I just adjust my gloves as I come up to slow points. That way my gloves will sit comfortably again. Is there a gas station? Oh, there is. Hello, Marathon. I miss you. There's not so many Marathon stations down south. Despite it being the slogan fueling the American spirit, not very many of them, and not very much American spirit down south, no. 355, hell yeah. That's cheaper. Yeah. I won't. Primarily because I'm stopping for fuel. Man, 355 is considerably cheaper. That last station I stopped at, which for some reason was declining my card. Turn the charger off, that way we're not draining battery. Take our left glove off, which is a lot more comfortable to take off. Man, I feel bad though. My poor hands, they have been beaten up by the sun. Hopefully I don't get skin cancer on the digits, because I need them. Please don't decline me like the last place. I already done said I'm going to Indiana to my bank, so they shouldn't be declining me on these things. Thank you. You are a god. Turn. Rotate. Fuel. I was saying, you better start spitting some fuel. Not trickling. Alright. Not even a full gallon of gas, but that's fine. I would rather stop every 35 miles and top my tank off and ensure I have the gas to get where I'm going than the one time. I'm gonna pull my visor up and scratch my face, and I got night boogie. But the one time I didn't stop to make sure I had fuel was down a road where the closest gas station was 35 miles away, and I had 1 bar of gas. My gas light thingy, my bar here, which I might be able to show you. This bar here was the very bottom one. It flashes when you're low on gas. And boy, was I hella low. So we might hop off the bike for half a second and stretch. Then turn that off. Turn you to this position. Is that a Ford motherfucking Ranger? Sorry, my language there. You know how unkillable them old gen Ford Rangers are? Them new things, they're My cousin has those new Ford, not the new, but a newer Ford Ranger. Ice cream and food? Well, too bad I'm not hungry. But I am in the mood for a stretching. So we're going to stop right here. We may do the clutch video here as well. Plus I got fuel spills, so I'm going to... if I get the ZX6R, I'm going to do my best to avoid fuel spills because they leave a mess all over the bike and make it look not pretty. But on this thing, which is intended to go off-road, well, not fully intended, but can go off-road, we're gonna not care. So just laying back and chillaxing for a minute. My leg, no pain. My cheeks, cheeks hurt a little. Tailbone's good, leg's good. The rest, the stop for sleep, that revived all of that. That's all good for now. I did go 800 miles. 800 miles on a sore tailbone and a bad leg. So that stop was worth it. I didn't want to stop. I really didn't, but I did. So yeah. I'm going to end this video, start a small video for this clutch training video, and then I'm going to listen to music while I ride down the road for a bit, and then I will come back stronger for the last... I think once this says I'm less than 100 miles, I'm going to kick the video back on. But for now, I'm going to call it here. We're going to do a quick video on clutch tutorials. I'm going to attempt to do that without crashing my bike. Teehee. Yeah, be right back.